What if I told you that the man who spent $500 million on a single yacht once worked as a fry cook at McDonald's? Haha! Meet Jeff Bezos. Today, he's a symbol of ultimate wealth, a man who moves markets with a single tweet. But 30 years ago, he was just a guy with a crazy idea and a spray-painted sign that said, Amazon.com. How did he build an empire that changed the world? Welcome to Billionaire's Life. Let's dive in. Jeff wasn't born with a silver spoon. His biological father was a circus performer who left before Jeff could even walk. But Jeff was different. While other kids played with toys, Jeff was rigging electric alarms in his bedroom to keep his siblings out. He was a tech geek, long before it was cool. He graduated from Princeton with honors. Wall Street was calling. At 30, he was already a vice president at a hedge fund. High salary, prestige, stability. But then, he saw a number that changed everything. 2,300%. That was the annual growth of the internet in 1994. Most people saw a toy. Jeff saw a gold mine. Imagine telling your boss you're quitting a $1 million career to sell books online? His boss took him for a long walk in Central Park and said, "Jeff, this sounds like a great idea for someone who doesn't already have a good job." But Jeff used what he calls the regret minimization framework. He imagined himself at 80 years old. Would he regret trying this and failing? No. But he knew he'd regret never trying. So he packed his life into a Chevy Blazer and drove to Seattle. This was the first HQ. No mahogany desks, just doors from Home Depot turned into tables because they were cheaper. In the first month, Amazon sold books to people in all 50 states. Jeff and his wife, Mackenzie, were packing boxes on their knees on a cold concrete floor. Jeff later said the best investment he ever made was buying knee pads for his staff. Amazon survived the dot-com crash of 2001, when everyone else went bankrupt. Why? Because Jeff was ruthless. His motto, get big fast. He didn't just want to sell books, he wanted to sell everything. Kindle, Prime, AWS. He became known as a Terminator CEO. He was obsessed with customers, but famously tough on employees. Look at this transformation. The skinny geek turned into a buff, sunglasses-wearing mogul who looks like he's ready to fight Iron Man. That's the energy of a man who earns about $2,500 every single second. While you've been watching this chapter, Jeff just made enough to buy a brand new Ferrari. Twice. So how does a centi-billionaire spend it? First, the real estate. He owns the biggest house in Washington, D.C., a massive ranch in Texas, and a $165 million estate in California. Then there's Koru, his 500-foot sailing yacht. It's so big it has its own support yacht just to carry his helicopter. But Jeff's real passion isn't on Earth, it's Blue Origin. He's spending $1 billion of his Amazon stock every year to build a future where millions of people live and work in space. From a garage in Seattle to the edge of the atmosphere. Not a bad journey for a kid who used to flip burgers, right? Jeff Bezos is proof that a relentless obsession with the future can pay off. Literally. What's your garage idea? If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe to Billionaire's Life. Remember, it's always day one. Thanks for watching.